Hello, Aubrey Ben Middle School faculty. For those who are interested in planning over the summer, this handbook is here to serve you and your needs as you navigate a lot of different things, whether that's designing your summative assessment, planning your formatives, working to embed social and emotional learning within your units, and looking critically at your curriculum and unit plan with a culturally responsive lens so that every kid feels welcome, supported, and safe to learn within your classroom environment. The first page of your handbook has our table of contents. Each part of the handbook is hyperlinked, so by simply clicking on the section that you'd like to visit and then clicking the bookmark, it'll take you directly there. The first section is your backward design planning graphic organizer. I recommend starting here because we always want to start with the end in mind so we have a better, clear vision of the learning that's going to take place within our unit. I have my example of how I would complete the graphic organizer, but you can make your own copy by selecting this link here. Keep in mind you want to start with your essential standards. And we talked about this school year how our essential standards are at the top of a staircase. There are other standards that students need to learn and master to get to that top, and those little baby steps are part of our formative assessment. But when we're talking about what essential standards will be measured in our summative, we're only thinking of those top steps. Try to keep your essential standards to 3 to 5. Then next, you're going to break your essential standards into learning targets. Keep them in student-friendly language, and ask yourself, what do students need to know or do in order to master that essential standard? Then you can start thinking about different lesson or activity ideas that would support this learning. Consider some supporting resources. And once you've triangulated those pieces, begin thinking, how are students going to demonstrate mastery of these essential standards? There's places for you to even put your anticipated dates, but make this graphic organizer work best for you in your planning. To access the table of contents again, all you need to do is click that hyperlinked table of contents option in the top of your page, and it should take you there. The next section I want to discuss is your formative assessments and designing those. I have another example for you, but to make your own copy, you simply click that hyperlink there. Start naming those learning targets looking back in your backward design graphic organizer. We're not making these up again. These should be already outlined in your backward design graphic organizer. Describe how you're going to formatively assess those learning targets. Think about how you're going to collect tangible student evidence so that you're not basing instructional decisions just on memory or intuition. And how will this prepare your student for success on your summative? How is it directly connected to the end of your unit? When you force your own copy, you'll have plenty of these tables to use for as many formative assessments as you need. Let's go back to our table of contents and check out our embedding SEL instruction within units. Again, make your own copy by clicking there, but I've provided for you each of the 5 castle strands along with some of the skills that fit within those strands. When you're ready, you scroll down into the graphic organizer and it has a place for you to re-put your essential standards, what unit you're planning for, redescribe your summative assessment. Again, refer back to your backward design planning graphic organizer. You've already completed this. And then think about each of those strands: self-awareness, social awareness, self-management, relationship skills, and responsible decision-making. And looking back at this graphic, which skills are needed for students to be successful on your summative task? For example, in mine, under self-awareness, examining biases and prejudice is one of the skills listed, and it's necessary for them to be able to accomplish my summative task. So I put that there. And then I start brainstorming some activity ideas that could support that instruction directly. If you're looking for specific ideas, check out our ABMS Hub Canvas page, and this link should take you directly there. But we have a variety of SEL activities and resources based on each of the strands. All right, let's go back to those table of contents. And our last piece that we're going to look at is revising with a culturally responsive lens. Check out this Edutopia article to help you understand why representation in our curriculum matters in order to accomplish a culturally responsive lens. And then you're going to use this report card to grade yourself on how culturally responsive your unit plan is. So this report card is based on something that New York University created, and I've slightly modified it for our purposes. Keep in mind, whenever a statement mentions the word curriculum, we're talking about your unit plan in general. Lessons, activities, resources, your summative tasks, your formative tasks, anything within your unit plan. And rank yourself. How satisfied are you with that statement based on your unit plan? Score yourself. It should allow you to calculate your score. And there are 3 different categories: representation, social justice, and teachers' materials. When you've inputted your scores and you've reflected on that, there are a few questions you can use to drive your revision forward. Ask, which category does your unit plan perform best regarding cultural responsiveness? Which one does your unit plan need more work on? And then what are your next steps to revise those unit plans? And then act on those next steps. All right, last piece for us today is our day-to-day lesson planning. When you're ready to actually begin serious day-to-day outlining, feel free to use this calendar to get started. It should force you to make your own copy, but what this calendar does for us is provides all of the professional learning dates blocked off. It has any non-school days or breaks blocked off, and any other important information you might need to know in your planning process, I've done my best to include. Okay, so feel free to use this planning calendar to help you in your process. All right, that is our summer planning handbook, and hopefully you get plenty of time to relax and enjoy, but for those who are already anxious and thinking ahead to next school year, I hope this serves you in some way. Thanks for watching.